if I start encouraging my partner to say no, will he say no all the time and then I won't get my needs met?
Oh no.
This is Kathy Bartuli from the Intimacy Dojo.
This is Liz Powell from Sex Positive Psych.
This is such a hard question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's fear when they start moving towards a more consent-based relationship is, what if all I get now is no?
Yeah.
Right?
And maybe I wasn't getting very many yeses before and my tanks are already low.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrifying. And I think sometimes when people first learn no, and I mean, I actually encourage my clients to do this as a game, but no is like, we're like a 3-year-old who suddenly found the word, and it's like everything is no, and we may need a time where we practice that and figure out our own power. So I encourage my clients to actually make a game of it where they say no, they tell their partner, today I'm going to say no to everything, especially the ones that are, they reactively say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I say, I'm going to say no to everything. I may change my mind afterwards, but I'm going to say no to everything. Can you encourage me in that? And say, thank you for taking care of yourself. It's cuddle party rules, but,
right.
And when they make a game out of it, it kind of takes some of the sting out of it, but there's still that fear, like, he was only ever taking the trash out when I blackmailed him. What if he says no now? And it's like, it's part of his job too, like to take care of the house. I don't want to have to do everything.
Right. And I think what happens is when you start ignoring each other's no's, you kind of get in this tug of war for power, right? And the only way to stop that tug of war is for one of you to let go of the rope.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary. It's a jump.
Yeah.
You're leaping off into the unknown. But in most cases, when you empower someone to use their no, you end up getting more yeses.
Yes, I found that to be true. A lot of times for myself, if someone asks me to do something, if I know I can say no, I'm much more likely to say yes. Whereas if I feel like I'm obligated, even if it's like, please eat this pound of chocolate, which I love chocolate. But if someone's trying to make me, I'm like, I don't want to eat the chocolate.
Yeah, me too. I'm super independent. And as soon as someone tries to make me do something, I'm a no. And I think the flip side of this is if you empower your partner to say no and all you get is no's, then maybe that relationship isn't the right fit for you.
I absolutely agree. And if there are certain like household chores that nobody wants to do, it may be
someone.
Either, well, hire someone if you can afford it, or like each of you write down a list of the things that you believe have to get done in the house, and then make an agreement. Like, I hate cleaning the bathroom. I will take out the trash work out an agreement specifically that the chores, we're both supporting the house, we're both going to do this, we both have kids, we're both going to like take turns, let's distribute this equally, even if we're not delightfully, yes, I want to go scrub the bathroom.
Sure.
Find an agreement there. But things like that should be consensual and delightful, like sex and touch and kisses and I love yous and things like, going on dates, those are things that it might be really good to let them have some space, let things kind of work out, honor your own needs, and get them met with friends and loved ones for a while. And if they don't come back around, like you said, it's not probably a good relationship.
Yeah, and for stuff like chores, like, look, let's be real, nobody loves doing chores. There's a very small group of people who are like, oh my gosh, chores are amazing, let me clean. So part of being a grown-up is you have to do stuff you don't want to do, right? And if you're continually running into this fight with a partner about who's going to do certain chores, you need to come up with better agreements about it and figure out how you're going to handle it when those agreements break down.
Yeah.
Right? For me, having lived with some partners who just didn't do chores, what I told them was, this is unacceptable. We both live in this house. It is not my job to keep it clean. I don't care that I'm the woman and you're the man. That doesn't matter.
Owning a penis does not mean you can't run the vacuum cleaner.
Right. Your penis is not so large that you can't reach the dishes in the sink. Right?
Sorry, that's hilarious.
I'm glad I made you chuckle. So you need to be very real about, like, this is important to me. If you aren't holding up your end of the bargain, you are damaging our relationship.
And long term, I don't want to be in a relationship with a 3-year-old. I don't mind if people have bad days. Everybody does.
Or like bad weeks, or even like a bad month or two.
Yeah.
But if you're always never pulling your weight, like, I don't do that. I'm not your mom. I don't have a desire to have children.
Yeah. It may be that you may have very different ideas of cleanliness or what needs to be done, and that's why I like to have people sit down and agree to things.
Yeah.
Or maybe let's hire somebody. You're going to work, we'll both work 2 hours extra a week, overtime if we can, and we're going to put that money towards a cleaning person or something like that. So there's different ways to solve it.
Or do you have a friend who enjoys, because we all have that one friend that loves cleaning, and can you like cook them dinner and they'll come over and help with your cleaning, right?
Someone's an acts of service kind of person that loves doing that and doing trades. Yeah, I would so cook dinner if someone would clean the bathroom.
Right? I would do so many things if someone would come clean my house for me.
All kinds of sexual favors, probably.
Or kinky favors.
Yeah, whatever it is.
You want me to flog you? That's great. Go clean my bathroom.
Dress up in the high heel black boots. And
right, yeah, especially if they're a penis haver. I love that. Put them in the maid outfit. Gold.
We encourage you to play around with learning this. And it doesn't have to be overnight.
No.
It can be a process, and you're kind of learning yourself as you go. So few people have ever had a chance to explore their nose. Mm-hmm. It's going to be awkward at first. If you have a cuddle party near you, I encourage you to check them out. They're so powerful. And just practice with a friend. I practiced with my cat when I was first learning no, because I'd never been encouraged to say it, and my cat so didn't care. I'm like, no, I'm not going to pet you. And she'd like crawl in my face and I would pet her. But just getting to articulate it.
Right. Get to practice it.
Yeah. And realize that she wasn't freaking out. And then when I practiced with a friend and they were like, oh, that's cool. It changed how my brain was holding the word.
Yeah. Well, and I think, so a lot of times these problems where you're feeling like your needs aren't being met, we wait until it's like DEFCON 5 before we bring it up, right? So when you're noticing that something in your relationship isn't working for you, don't wait until it's a relationship make or break issue to start talking about it.
That's what a lot of us do around no's. It's like, oh, I'll put up with it. How could you possibly do this? And we blow up at each other.
Yeah. So address it early. Address it when it's small, right? Yeah. If your partner is saying no to things that are really important to you, don't wait until you're starving, right? The same way with food. Some of us get really hangry. I'm a big hangry person, right? If I haven't eaten regularly, I will cut someone. Thank you, Kathy. You're not yourself when you haven't eaten. But I know that about myself. So I know that if I'm starting to get hungry, I have to start planning for food. Yeah. I can't wait until I already feel really hungry.
It's too late.
And then order my DoorDash because I'm going to be waiting an extra hour.
Yeah.
Right?
We're not endorsed by DoorDash, by the way.
No, not endorsed
by DoorDash. But if you're
DoorDash.
interested, contact us.
Yeah, DoorDash, if you want to sponsor us, I'm there.
I'd love to come back and talk a little bit about rekindling romantic or desire feelings, because that can be really problematic if you're in this in the no stage. So if you're interested, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'd love to hear what you think. What are your fears around having someone say no? And we can do the raptor thing.